Welcome back to the Citizen Channel. Welcome to the Citizen Channel. And yes, the Premier League is back. We've done a Burnley preview. We've done a Burnley history show. And this is the Burnley odds show. What value's knocking about? And more importantly, can we win some more for the nominated cancer charity that gets whatever money we've won at the end of the season cover up? Of course, I don't get it all right. I've not had a great few weeks. We did okay last time. So if we do make losses, I take the hit. I take the hit, guys. It makes me work a little bit harder to try and win some money for the charities. So, as I said, the last game, at least one of the bets came in. City let me down badly. They let me down badly on the second one. I did have City half-time, City full-time. We're talking Southampton, aren't we, where obviously we literally let a half-time lead slip with the last kick of the game. Who can forgive Edison? No, Stefan, wasn't it? Stefan and Laporte. Well, I'll forgive them. We can forgive them, can't we? But obviously, the other little thing I had was over 10 corners, and there was 12 corners in the game. So at least we're back a little bit of money in the pot for the charity. So let's carry that on today, guys, and please keep your fingers crossed for me as well if you can do that. Of course, there's always a City lead in these odds. If there's anything for Burnley and Burnley fans, any watching, I'll give you a little bit of information there. And please, I don't condone gambling in any way. When the funds stop and be gamble aware. And of course, if you do find yourself having a few problems, there are places out there that can help. And if you do need putting in touch with one, give us a shout and I can point you in the right direction. Right, let's have some value on this one. All these prices at the 29th of March 2022. The match odds, 62 to 9 on, so not the most longest odds on we've had for City this season, 2 to 9. A draw is 11 to 2 generally, and Burnley's 14 to 1. And yes, if you look at the table, City are still favourites to win the Premier League. That will all change possibly over the next 2 weeks if City don't do the business. No doubt about that. When you think we were long odds on at one stage, I think we're about 1 to 8 or something like that at one time, and now it's sort of more reasonable prices now. But that's how it is, isn't it? And Burnley, they're the third favourites to go down, and I can't disagree with that. Please watch my little preview show to find out a little bit more my thoughts on Burnley and whether they'll survive or not. But they're 8 to 13 on to go down, so it doesn't look great at this point in time. Please watch my preview as well for my starting 11 and the reasons for that. I wasn't too sure about injuries, etc. as I'm recording this with Stones with England, etc. So I've put this team together based on the knowledge I've got as at time of recording. So I recorded the preview probably about on the 29th of March, so 3 or 4 days before the actual game. So there may be some changes, of course. But my 11, this is what I based all my odds show thinking on, all my little ideas today. Edison, Walker, Stones, Laporte, Cancelo, Rodri, KDB, Bernardo, Foden, Grealish and Mahrez. So that's my starting 11 for this. Right, first goal scorer. Looking at the guys that I've got playing, I've ignored any guys who aren't playing. Rodri's 18 to 1. He's not had a goal for a while, Rodri, has he? So I think we need Rodri to get a goal. 18 to 1, first goal scorer. Not bad. The usual suspects. Foden's a 5 to 1. KDB and Grealish are 6 to 1. Bernardo's 11 to 2. Mahrez 7 to 2. Yeah, I mean, Mahrez is obviously a disappointment of his lack of World Cup qualification, of course. Might prey on his mind, but I'm sure he might come out with a vengeance, mightn't he? A couple of Burnley guys to score first. Weghorst is 12 to 1, and Vidra is 14 to 1. So there's a couple of Burnley ones. And of course, with Burnley, we also go on to anytime goal scorer. So Weghorst himself is 4 to 1 anytime goal scorer. So if you do fancy him to score a goal, I'm not particularly thinking we want Burnley to score you, to be honest with you. Anytime goal scorer, KDB's 9 to 5, almost 2 to 1 with Paddy Power. That has to be tempting. Bernardo's 2 to 1, Grealish is 21 to 10, and Rodri, we mentioned earlier on, is 15 to 2 anytime goal scorer. Nothing to tempt me there though with the charity bets. Both teams to score. I'm going to have to go for no, aren't we? We're going to have to go for Burnley not to score this game. Surely we'll keep them out. They don't think they've scored in the last 3 games and they've let in 8 goals. Surely we're not going to let a goal in. We don't know, do we? Yes, both teams to score 6 to 5 and no 4 to 6 on. So the bookies are with me are thinking that really it's only going to be one team scoring this game. That's with Bet Victor, the 4 to 6 now. Correct scores, yeah. I can't see this being particularly high scoring. We could be due. We've not had that many this season, have we? Let's be honest about it. Surely we're in for a clean sheet. So the obvious things like a 1-0 is 15-2 with Bet365, a 2-0 is 11-2 with 365, a 3-0 is 13-2 with Hills. And as I say, I don't expect loads of goals. If you do think Burnley will score, a 2-1, for instance, is 10-1 with 365, and a 3-1 is 11-1 with Hills. Well, if you do fancy a few more goals, if you do fancy City a 4-0, that's 11-1 with Hills, and a 4-1 is 18-1 generally. A draw, if you fancy a dull, boring 0-0, 18-1 with Hills. You fancy a 1-1, that's 12-1 with Hills. And a 2-2 is 28-1 with Bet365. I can't see that in a million years, but that's probably why it's 28-1. A Burnley win, very possible. You never know. Never know, do you? It'd be absolutely devastating if it does. But a 1-0 Burnley win is 30-1 generally, and a 2-1 Burnley win is 40-1 generally. And here we go, half-time, full-time, where they badly let me down last time. Burnley have actually lost the last 3 games, although they have actually been level at half-time. So if you go on that basis, say a Burnley and then a draw, it's 28-1 with Corals. A Burnley and then a City win, it's 25-1. But a draw and a City win, let's say Burnley do hold us to a draw, it's 16-5 with Hull. So that's interesting. And a City, yes, well, this is what we went for last time with Southampton, the charity bet. I should be once bitten, twice shy, really, shouldn't I, guys? But Coral were offering 4-5. So I had a quick look around different things. I've not been able to get as high as that, but not far short. I managed to get on the exchanges 0.79 for a half-time, full-time. Please, half-time, full-time. Please, City, don't let me down this time. Don't let me down this week. Don't let the charity down, more importantly. So I've gone at 0.79, City half-time, City full-time. Guys, keep your fingers crossed. Let's hope they don't let us down this time. We've got to be winning this at half-time. We've got to be going in leading. I'm sick of going in where we've not scored a goal or made any, really gone for it in that first half. Please let us do that. Goals over and under. I've got to think, could be under 3.5 or over 2.5 have to be my best options. Over 2.5, 8-13. That's doable. That's not bad. That's sort of, I say, a lot of you don't like odds on. I don't mind an odds on. That's for me. Over 2.5, surely. It's got to be over 2.5, surely. 8-13. Under 3.5, for instance, which is obviously restricting the fact we might have a good field. A field day is 8-15, and over 3.5 is 6-4. So if you do fancy 4 goals in the game, that's 6-4 odds against. But my second and final charity bet this week, yes, I am gonna play it. I think it's playing a little bit safe, surely. I mean, if it's 0-0 at half time, I'll start to panic because, we've got to start putting 1 or 2 goals in the first half in these games, especially when we're getting to the nub of it now. We're getting to the end of it. I mean, so I've gone over 2.5, and I managed to get at 0.62 on the exchanges. So for my second and final charity bet, please keep your fingers crossed, guys. Over 2.5, I've got at 0.62. Winning margin, got to be 2 or 3. We can't be beating Burnley by 1 goal or even drawing or losing to them, can we? It's got to be a winning goal of 2 or 3. If you went for a 2-goal winning margin, that's 3-1 with Bet365. Went for a 3-goal winning margin, that's 4-1. All right, in the end, we might be just desperate and happy for a 1-goal win. You can get 3-1 generally for that as well, but surely a 2 or 3. And to win to nil, a couple of last bets here, similar sort of bets, but obviously slightly different prices. City to win to nil, so obviously City to win the game and keep a clean sheet and win the game. I mean, we can keep a clean sheet and draw, can't we? But obviously City to win to nil is a clean sheet and win the game. 9-10 with Bet Victor. That might have slightly altered, say, this couple of days ago I got those prices, so that match I'll check on that. But I think Bet Victor is still the best price. And for a clean sheet for City, which obviously means it could end up a 0-0 draw and you could still win the bet, is slightly more odds on at 8-11, so that's understandable with that. But they're both for me interesting bets. I wouldn't put you off out either of those two. Well, there you go, guys. Let me know what you're doing. Let me know what you're having a little flutter on. Let me know how you do after the event as well. If you have a little, it doesn't have to be City bets. Let me know how you're doing in your betting. I'm just interested how people are getting on, and do you use systems? What do you do? Just get in touch with me. Have a comment if you enjoy this little show that I put together. Just let's have a talk about what you're doing, what you find works, what you don't find works, etc. It'd be great to hear from you. So there it is, my 2 charity bets. Half time, full time, City, please don't let me down. At 0.79 and over 2.5 goals. Surely, come on, it's got to be 3 goals in this game. Over 2.5 at 0.62. I've not had a look at the card market, guys, the cards, but the guy Pawson's in charge, and he does average over 4 a game. So if you can get some value on over 3.5, or over 3.5, depending which bookie you use, have a look at that as well. That sort of would have tempted me, but I couldn't find anything reasonable to have a go on with that one. So please have a look at that as well. Right, there you go, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll obviously be back, hopefully, with a win on this, and we'll be doing the odds show, of course. The next odds show will be for the European game, Atletico Madrid. Very interesting to see what value we get on that one. But until we meet again, I only ask you all, please stay safe, Blues. Until we meet again, I'm going to say, come on, City. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.